Come and join us in the lounge. All are welcome here. So bring a friend or two. We are the Lounge Lizards.
The Lounge Lizards Game Show. I'm Max Harper. Tonight's challenge, share your best moral of the story tale. Beth, you're up first.
So Benjamin Franklin once said, "A penny saved is a penny earned." And I think the moral of that story is that people love money. The end.
Got it. Trey, your turn. Same prompt. Give us a story and the moral.
Well, at the back of the room, little Johnny raised his hands and he said, I got one. Of course, little Johnny, he was not one to behave well, predictably. Teacher said, "Oh, Lord, no." But he's trying to participate, and there he was, raising his hand. She said, "Johnny, okay, fine, let's try this out. What story would you like to tell? And then tell us the moral of that story." And he couldn't wait. He said, "Well, teacher, Uncle Terry was deployed to Vietnam in the days of the draft when your number was called out and you were shipped away immediately to some hellhole boot camp. And then he got shipped off somewhere, I think it was called Da Nang. And Terry was a mess, and his platoon sergeant on down, they decided they need to get rid of Terry. And of course, any American soldier is not going to just murder another American soldier, so they decided they were going to leave him in this little town full of who knows who's Charlie. They all look the same, is what he always said. Who was friend or foe. And they just left him. Left him with 2 handles of Jim Beam, a .45 revolver, and an M16A2 service rifle with enough rounds to get out of a village. Well, they left him right in the middle of this village. "Johnny, or is this going somewhere?" "Ma'am, I'm getting to it." So he downed 1/5 of this Jim Beam. And then he stared at it, busted it on the ground, and picked up the revolver and just started firing it into the huts and little mini cycles riding by and everything. Took a few down, was not satisfied. And then he picked up his M16 and just mowed that place down like nobody's business. Now back then they could only do sputters of 3 shots at a time. They were not fully automatic on account of the way that they were wasting ammunition. But Uncle Terry didn't waste any ammunition with these sputters. Children, mothers, men, strangers, enemies, he didn't care. He just mowed them down. Oh, Lord. And then, while everyone was there in their own blood and screaming and everything, in the middle of the hot summer day, he sits back down and he starts drinking that second fifth, looking at that .45, getting ready to cock it back, and knew what he was going to do with it. And it wasn't going to be wasted on one more zip ahead. And before he started drinking, he realized he felt something in his groin, and it was wet. And he realized he'd soiled himself. He'd just gotten so away from his own emotions that they came back to him in a rush of urine. And right before that bottle hit it, gun in hand, 5th of Jim Beam right here, he realized it was not, in fact, urine. It was ejaculate. And so he realized that in the running and gunning of all this, he'd gotten so excited about everything that he'd actually orgasmed in his own trousers. And so he sat there and he thought, what kind of man am I? What kind of soldier am I? I've just killed this whole village of people. He cocked that gun, went right here. And all I'm going to say is when my mother told the story, the credits just fade there. We don't talk about what happened after that. And then the teacher says, what in the heck kind of story is that? What's, little Johnny, this is why we don't call on you. But you took the time to tell the story. What's the moral of that story? Don't fuck with Uncle Terry after he's been drinking.
Lizards, come and join us in the lounge.